Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. This is the global community for adult survivors of complex trauma who are living with CPTSD symptoms. And so we're doing something different today, and we're talking about creativity. I took a bit of like a poll or a survey in our community a few times. And each time I mentioned this sort of idea, there was an overwhelming um, sense of, yes, this is something that would absolutely interest me. And I might even join in with you, Athena. And I think I might even want to participate and maybe take this time every week and allow myself to participate in creative modalities. Warm welcome to Jeffrey Sherman and Ninja Taco. Hello to Diane. Warmly welcome you. We've all been showing up here every single Monday, almost every Monday, unless of course I'm traveling or sick, um, or otherwise unable to function as a result of the fact that I'm healing right alongside all you guys. Hello to Marissa Marie. Hello to Julia. So yeah, we've all been showing up here. Hey, Alice. We've all been showing up here together almost every Monday for over 5 years. Actually, almost 6 years. Almost 6 years now. And hey, Tara. Hey, Katie Lee. What's going on, family? Hey, Nicole. So it's been almost 6 years now, and this is one of the highlights of my week. Typically, I will have a screen share for you, or we will sit on the patio together and hang out and look at the ocean and the trees. But right now, I am in a situation where we just had a hurricane warning. And while it was super sunny and beautiful a little bit earlier, it's gotten a little weird out, extremely windy, a little bit loud as I get closer to the window. I want to be really sort of mindful of how sounds affect us when we live with CPTSD symptoms. And it's not a relaxing, cathartic, beautiful view. I'm not saying that where I live isn't beautiful. I'm mindful of the fact that we've been talking about painting and journaling and coloring and doing art um, for over a year. And today's as good a day as any. Full disclosure, hello to Miss Shannon. Hello to Miss Poppy. Shout out to my Blue Wrench crew. I couldn't do any of this without you. You guys, it takes a village. It takes a village of amazing humans like Poppy and Shannon and Ninja Taco and John Harvey and Kira and all the people with a little blue wrench next to their names. Couldn't do any of this if I didn't have people, my family, my friendly family of choice, showing up week after week, willing to be in the chat box and shamelessly and unashamedly block and delete anyone who shows up trolling, being unkind, rude, horrible, or otherwise doing things that could be triggering to my community members. So yeah, today's as good a day as any for us to start the opportunity for us to show up and discuss, participate in expressive modalities, share in ways that creativity could possibly help us with our CPTSD symptoms. And while I am waving and smiling at each and every one of you who are in the chat box, and you've chosen to show up for yourself, you're here. I am keenly aware of how complex trauma survivors do not like change. And therefore, this may be something that they don't like. They're going to be like, "What's up, Athena? Why aren't you facing the camera out towards the ocean? What's going on? Why don't you look at the camera anymore? Why don't you hang out with us? And I'm here to tell you that it's because it is because the only thing constant in this world is change. And I want to model for you that while I do have some anxiety bubbling up inside of me, that you won't like me anymore and that you'll turn off my video and that you won't want to hang out every week if I do painting or journaling or anything with you that isn't what you want. I'm going to challenge that and I'm going to stare it in the face and I'm going to say, "You know what? I'm good enough." And what I decide to do with this YouTube channel, in alignment with what everyone has communicated with me that they want to do, that's good enough. It's okay. It's enough. And I'm so grateful that I have the grace and the opportunity to show up for you and with you on this healing journey. And don't worry, if you don't like the coloring and the journaling and the painting and all the things that we're gonna do today, don't worry, it'll switch up. We'll change it up. Okay? Um, Warm welcome to anyone who is here for the very first time. So happy to have you here with us. Miss Poppy is putting a whole bunch of awesome information in the chat box for where you can find crisis resources if you happen to be struggling in this moment with CPTSD symptoms. And there's also a really great list, very similar to the list that Poppy is sharing, at cptsdfoundation.org/crisis resources. We just put that together, and if for some reason you're at a loss and you're like, "Oh, I can't remember what those crisis resources were," you can always go to cptsdfoundation.org/crisis resources, and they will be there for you. So I have a lot of anxiety about painting and drawing and being creative in a very public way, considering the fact that this isn't what I do professionally. What I do professionally is help people. And this, what I'm doing now, is sort of modeling for you how I help myself. I utilize painting and journaling and anything artsy as a means of regulating my own emotions. And I want to do that with you. And I am aware that it may not be as calming and soothing and helpful for you as it is for me, but we have been talking about this for about a year. And so here I go. I'm going to give it a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint. I think what I'm gonna do today is practice. I'm gonna practice leaves, like vines and leaves, and I don't know. I will color or paint. I'm gonna use watercolors today, and I'll make sure that I check in here when I'm done painting the leaves and the vines. And then I have over here, let me go grab them really quick. I have some stickers. And I have some colored pencils. Stickers and colored pencils. So here are some colored pencils. And here are some stickers. And we will go through the stickers and colored pencils and we'll do some stuff together. And if this kind of video is not for you, there's no shame in stepping away. We have a beautiful community filled with people that are in the chat box, hanging out, supporting one another. And you are welcome here. You are welcome here. So thank you for your kindness and your grace if this type of video isn't your jam. And without further ado, I'm going to go sit down and just sort of paint. Of course, I have all these voices in my head that are like, my fingers are fat, and like, what am I doing? I'm not a professional artist, and they're just gonna hate this video, and of course, and they're gonna wish that I was here hanging out and talking directly to them like I always do, and maybe this won't help anyone. But at the same time, I know that that's not true, you guys. I know that whenever you show up for yourself, which is what you're doing today, then that's when healing happens. I have very little to do with any of this. You guys are showing up for yourself. Okay? So here goes nothing. We're gonna do some leaves, and this is a sable. This is a sable watercolor brush. It's just a regular watercolor brush. And I am going to, maybe I'll start off with some green leaves. So this color here is, let's see what this color is. Let me just get some more water here so I can make a little bit of a puddle. This color here, I think this is Parrot. This is Parrot. It's the color of parrots. So we're just going to start with the tip of our watercolor brush, and we're going to press down, and we're going to make some leaves. And why don't I do something fun and make somewhat of like a rainbow, like an inverse rainbow sort of. Maybe these will just be rainbow colors. My brush does this thing where it splashes. Maybe we'll end up making something super beautiful that we absolutely love. You start out thinking you're going to make leaves, and you end up making other things. I'm using a palette that is a tropical palette. this parrot color. I kind of want to like make this sort of little shape that I did over here to make it a little bit more interesting. Make it a little bit more green instead of yellow. Like, who knows what this little thing's going to be eventually, right? Now, how about this, like, pineapple color? This is kind of cool. Pineapple. What if we made like a circle with this pineapple color? Like, not a perfect circle either. Like, just the type of circle that isn't perfect. What if we just made like a pool of this pineapple, and we decide that we're going to do circles? Why not? How about some blue? How about some blue? I feel like this is some like little like tropical thing we're doing. Let's get like a deeper shade of blue going. Ooh, there we go. So how about, what about, let's check in with you. Let's see how you guys are doing. How are you guys doing? Oh no, it froze. I wonder why it froze. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. You know what it might be? Oh good, it's unfrozen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I plug this in. I'm going to go get my charger really quick, just in case it froze because of the battery. So hold on one sec. See what we can do. Okay, I got my charger. Let me see if I can plug this in now. Just offering compassion for anyone who's struggling and having a rough time today. Let's see if I can get this to work without cutting off. Let me see if this is let me see if it's working. Looks like it's gonna continue to charge, and so hopefully the video won't freeze anymore, you guys. Hoping we're back. Hoping we're back. There we go. Just sending lots of love to anyone who might need it. Lots of compassion. You're showing up for yourself, and that's a big deal. Ooh, I'm glancing down at the camera, you guys. It looks like I made like a palm tree. Like, what is the thing that I said I was going to do, leaves or vines? And I ended up just, looks like a watermelon colored rain and maybe pink sun rays and who knows, little green hearts. Okay. So, I think what I would like to do is, I think I would like to, how about some little pink? How about we do, how about we do some, how about we do some little pink squigglies. I love that bright color of pink that it sort of fills in with, so that's what I'll do. I'll make some more of the really bright pink, and then we'll go in and we'll touch it up, make it bright. This reminds me of kind of like a, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Bahamas, but my son and I got an opportunity to go to the Bahamas. Ooh, look what a light color, pretty pink that is. We got an opportunity to go to the Bahamas when he was really little, and it was an experience like no other. And the Bahamian people, we went for my son's spring break. I forget the circumstances that allowed us to actually be able to go, but they were just the most kind. It was unbelievable, just the love and the kindness, and it was just so incredible. Just being able to be there was unbelievable. And these colors here, I think what I would like to do is I would like to add some like darker green to like maybe how about the tips of these leaves. yeah, they were some of the most incredible people I've ever had an opportunity to meet in my life. They were so loving and so hilarious and so gracious and so kind to my son and I. And it was a trip that I will never, ever, ever forget. Although I did realize that I didn't realize that I had like an allergy to certain foods and certain drinks, and I was able um, to figure out that I had like some pretty serious food allergies on that trip, which is a bummer, you know, because like whoever wants to figure out that they're allergic to stuff. Um, I want to go around these with some green near the yellow. You know what I think I would like to do? I think I would like to do like when I was a little girl, I used to love when I was a little girl. Oops, I didn't mean to kick the camera. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. When I was a little girl, I used to love to draw rainbows. And so I think what I would like to do, like now that I'm older, I still love to draw rainbows, but I kind of love to draw like waves, like rainbow colored waves, more than I like to draw more than I like to draw rainbows, like because they feel very prohibitive to me for some reason, because you have to, I feel like you got to get the arc like just perfect. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start at the bottom and I'm going to start at the bottom here, and I think I'm going to just sort of start my little rainbow that I want to add. Maybe I'll just do a wash at first. Go back in and I can add it later. I'll do the wash first. You know, I think what I would like. How about like if I have a bit of this this blue over here mixed with this blue. How about that? Why not? But I've always loved to draw rainbows. And then here I am living in Hawaii, and it's like considered the rainbow state. Interesting how things work out. How how many different colors of green can I mix together? Let's definitely do this green because I like this color green. But then I like this one too. Let's make some of this green. Mixed with this green. Ooh, what about this one? There we go. Look how bright that is. I love it. It's almost like a neon. How about only this green? Ooh, I like that. What about parrot? Wasn't this one parrot? I think this is parrot. Let's see what happens here. It's very similar. Maybe we'll mix it with this one. How about some red? There's a different shade of red that I really love. It's like, I think it's called like hibiscus red. I have it here somewhere to find it. But let's go here. I love how bright that is. That's so interesting to me, how bright that red is. What kind of orange do we want? We can do just a regular tangerine orange. Let's just see. It's a nice bright orange. Ooh, look how bright that yellow is. I love it so much. Let's see what other red I can find. How about this red? I think this might be hibiscus. Let's see. I like that. You can sort of differentiate, like, the type of red, how it's like different than that red. You know? Maybe like do like my little edges here. I want to like blend them though. Like I really want there to be like this like red turning into like orange, like bleeding. one is pineapple. I don't want to forget about our really, really, really bright, like fluorescent day glow yellow though, because it's so cool. So let's see about our green that we made. And I need to get my little paper towel to sop up my... How are you guys doing? Can you see everything okay? I think we're going to make a beautiful rainbow. That's what I think. Here we go. I'm going to sop up a little of my paint over here because we don't want it to bleed through onto all of our other pages. So here we go. We'll let the water do its job. But I really wanted to like get some of our, where's my parrot? I think this is parrot. I wanted to like be able to lead. See if we can, there we go. That's what we want. See if we can get the water to do its job. I know what we can do. Get some. What do you think? I think I'm gonna maybe want to do like a bleed effect. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll do kind of like a bleed effect. Maybe I'll be able to do like some, if I can. I don't think I like that color. Maybe we will go. I like it's almost like a tie-dye. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I kind of like the tie-dye effect. I'm a huge fan of tie-dye. I think I'm kind of like a bit of like a hippy-dippy bohemian sort of person. Although that's not necessarily what anybody thinks I am, but what do they know? Right? So let's go here. Let's get this green. See if we can add something interesting on this layer. Let's see what we can do. I like it, except for that it's leaking up in here. Let's see if we can rescue our yellow. I want to rescue the yellow. Save our yellow from our green. What do you think? What do you guys think of tie-dye? I think it's kind of a tie-dye vibe, but I'm liking it. Don't tell my watercolor instructor that she calls this working the paper. Don't work the paper so much, Adina. Don't work the paper. You don't want to work the paper. What if I do? What if I do want to work the paper? Depends on what you're going for. What if I'm going for the look I'm going for? What if that includes working the paper? No, I'm just teasing. She's just trying to teach me, you know, how to allow the water to do its job and how to create something other than mixed media. Because if I'm left to my own devices, I will do mixed media everything. Because it gives me freedom. I think mixed media gives me freedom and I like it. I like mixed media. Let's see. Let's go here to my deep, 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 deep blue. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know about you, but I'm loving the tie-dye. I have this pareo. It's like a bathing suit cover-up, like a sarong or whatever. And it is probably my most favorite pareo. And I think I'm recreating it right now. That's what I think I'm doing without even knowing it. I think I am finding a way to sort of recreate my favorite pareo. This like tie-dye sort of a look. There's something so special about watercolors where you can like make them do so many different cool things just by moving water around, you know? There's such freedom in that. It's almost like paint by numbers, but not really because it's not. But there's something so special about being able to just move water around and have it turn into something that you actually really love, you know, like how are you guys feeling? think that's the blue I'm looking for. This is the blue I'm looking for right here. Got like really dark blue. I think that might be what I'm looking for right here. Before I go into the purple, I want to go blue, indigo, violet. Roy G. Biv. How many of you have been thinking about the words Roy G. Biv for like 40 minutes? Like seriously. You know, I think we probably learned the idea of Roy G. Biv when we were younger. It's one of those things that you learn and you're like, will I ever use this again? And then sure enough, you're like deciding that you're going to draw a rainbow one day on YouTube, and you're like, I need to remember Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, blue. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I think this is the blue that I really want right here in the center. Because I want it to like move into indigo, you know. What do we think? Do we like? Really wanting to like blend these edges before I create my next, you know, sort of tie-dye area. I like it. So, part of me really wants to like mix it up a little bit and go like, I really want like a little bit of like this like bright turquoisey color. It's like bluish green. Like I really want it to like stand out for some reason. I think I want to like add this in. I want a little bit of this like calypso blue sort of a color to be in here somehow. I didn't realize I wanted it until I was like, where's that color? I want that color. That's the color I'm looking for. You know? How about right here? Right on the edge of like the blue and the green. Maybe even over here in like these little corners. Maybe not. I don't want that. I might do a little more yellow there. Like look at this like really pretty bright colored blue. It's like sort of, you know, like showing up. How about that? Like this turquoisey sort of color. Don't work the paper, Athena. Okay, I won't. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. So now we go indigo and violet. So I'm thinking this might be my closest to indigo. Let's see what we can do. Just touching the edges of the blue so that it will bleed a little. I like the bleed, kind of like a tie-dye. What do you think? What do you think, guys? I'm kind of liking it. I'm going to work that paper just a little bit. Not because I like to work the paper, but because I have a very specific sort of line that I want right here. I love that bright green, but I'm really just wanting just a tiny bit of a bleed in here. Which, by the way, you know, there's something so freeing about, you know, just throwing your hair up on top of your head, for those of you who have long hair, in one of those weird buns, and just allowing yourself to just be and enjoy and not have to worry about what you look like or what anybody's going to think of you. There's something so freeing about that. So I'm going to go for some really bright yellow right here. And You know what I might have to do? I might have to clean out my water, come back with some fresh water, because I'm looking a little brown. I'm looking a little muddy brown. Yeah, it's a little brown. It's because my water, you guys, my water, like, check this out. Like, look how green my water is, right? Get some new water. Okay. Much better, right? Clean water. Let's get some bright yellow. Okay. So what I was gonna do, remember, is I really wanted to brighten up this little edge of, I wanted to do like a bright yellowy green on the edge here. And then really brighten it up. Really brighten up that edge of my green. So that I can go into my really bright turquoise that I was telling you about. Okay. So my bright turquoise was right here. That bleed that I was looking for. makes that beautiful purple that we did all the more beautiful when we do that, I think. Oops. I just got purple paint everywhere. So I'm going to check in with my body, and I'm going to sort of let you know the whole point of this video was we were talking about how I had such anxiety at the beginning of this video about how, I was afraid, like how you guys would take the fact that I was going to do something different. And I was sharing with you how that was really difficult for me. And doing something different like that felt, potentially very difficult. Like I wasn't sure that it was something that was going to go well. And I was feeling self-conscious and I was worried. But I'm happy to report that even though we started off doodling over here with stuff that reminded me of the Bahamas. And then I'm like, hey, let's make a rainbow. And then I'm like, hey, let's do some tie-dye. Ooh, it reminds me of my bathing suit cover-up, my little parayo, my sarong. And we just sort of went for it, Like we just went for it. And I really want to be honest with you and let you know that like the feelings that I was having that were coming up for me at the beginning of all this, it was pretty, significant amount of, anxiety. My hands are fat and they're gonna hate this and they're gonna be like, what's she doing? Why isn't she on camera? Why isn't the camera pointed out? I thought that the hurricane was gone now, and like, what's the deal, Athena? I had all that going on in my head. But like, a lot of it has really calmed down and quieted down, like, significantly. Like, I'm truly just sitting here enjoying my time with you. And I think that's a really difficult thing for complex trauma survivors. Enjoying our time together is something, ooh, I just got an inkling. I know I'm talking, but like, I need you to know that like, I just saw this beautiful pink over here and I was like, I know what I want to do. Even though pink isn't in the rainbow, I'm gonna add some pink to the rainbow. We're gonna make it into this beautiful violet. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what's missing. But like, I want to be honest with you and tell you, like, it doesn't always work out that way. You try certain radical acts of self-care, hoping that it's going to work out well, hoping that things are going to go well, hoping that you're going to enjoy it. And you're like, gosh, why am I not enjoying this? This really sucks. And I want to be honest with you and tell you that like, this could have gone horribly wrong. Like I could have been like, that sucked, I'm never doing that again. But like, I'm feeling a significant amount of relief in my anxiety. And I honestly don't care if you think my hands are fat. I honestly don't care if you like see me with my bun on top of my head. Like, I really just don't care. Because if you're gonna judge me, then what good is it gonna do me? Like, you can judge me anyway. Like, why do I have to mentally prepare myself to be judged? Because anyone who's going to judge me is going to judge me anyway, whether I think about it and prepare for it or not. You know what I mean? So, like, why worry myself? And who's all about the pink in the rainbow? Like, who's all about, who's on board? Who's on board with, like, pink being the honorary member of our rainbow? Because, like, how much more awesome did this rainbow just get by us adding this little area down here? You know what I'm saying? How much more awesome did our rainbow just get? Like, significantly more awesome. I mean, I'm all about, like, our actual purple. Our actual purple up here. You know, why don't we, let's do some stuff up here. Let's see if we can enjoy that. Make that great. You know? But, like, how awesome is that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm loving it. I really think that we did a phenomenal job. Mission accomplished, right? Mission accomplished. What do you think? Let's check in. Let's check in and see what you guys think. Who's all about the rainbow? I mean, come on, guys. Look what we created. How about that? Like, look what we created. How beautiful is that? We did that together. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just get to enjoy our time together. I feel significantly less anxiety-ridden. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thanks for sticking around. 15 of you. Oh, thanks so much, guys. Oh, welcome, Millennial Spark. I don't think I've ever met you. So glad to meet you. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Ninja Taco and Nance. And Shan and Tabby Ba and Diane and Joey and Lupe. Jeffrey Sherman. Oh, cool. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. You all are so amazing. I hope you're extra kind and gentle with yourselves. Thanks, John Harvey. I hope you all are kind and gentle with yourselves because you're worth it. And, you know, this is a safe space. It's a safe space for us to spend time together. Ooh, Nance said, "Where did you get your paints?" I got them on, I think I got them on eBay. They were used. I search eBay for like fun stuff, and I was looking for just like creativity type things, and um, I found them. So I'm so thankful you're able to come here too. You all are so amazing. Special thank you to my Blue Wrench crew. I couldn't do any of this without you. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to touch up my edges and give it a little bit more of a tie-dye effect. And I'll post it here on the channel over in the community section. So if you are subscribed to the channel and you have notifications turned on, then you'll be able to see it when I'm all done with it. And just thank you for spending this time with me. Pleasant evening to each of you. We'll see you next Monday and every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And just thank you. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.